Hi, and welcome to this exclusive series on empowered parenting, where we dive into deep conversations with inspirational mothers who have overcome certain challenges and now have deep insights to share with us. Today, I want to welcome Reet Batra, a mother of twins. Need I say more? Welcome, Reet. I'm so
Thank,
happy to have you here
thank
today.
you so much. It's my honor to be here. And yes, need you say more?
And a girl and a boy.
Girl and a boy, yes.
My God. So I've always been very, very curious to know how you've been, going through, this journey of, parenting twins, that to a girl and a boy. It's absolutely a unique situation. And today is my chance to dive more into it. And so many more who could be, helped with valuable information from you.
Honestly speaking, Nidhi, I've enjoyed my journey. I was thrilled to have twins.
Yeah.
I had them when I was pretty mature. I wasn't a young mother. Uh, so I was very sure in my mind how I wanted to look after them and be there for them, and made sure I wasn't going into a postnatal depression because a lot of mothers go through that, don't know how to handle young girls, don't know how to handle twins. So I was mentally
Mentally
I
ready.
prepared myself. I prepared myself that, okay, this is where my journey is heading, and I need to be strong enough to do it. So
Amazing.
yeah, so I had a great time. I had a great time.
Superb. So before we dive into this unique journey of yours, they often say that this is a rebirth, being a mother.
Yeah.
So I want to know a little bit about who you were before you became a mom.
Okay, I was a very free-spirited person. I belong to a typical fudgy background. I'm a
Okay.
fudgy kid. My dad was in the Air Force. And so you know how the Air Force kids are very independent, very
Yes.
strong-minded,
Yes.
adapt easily to situations. So that's the kind of upbringing I've got. And discipline has always, it's like I feel time, our alarm clock is fitted into our DNA when we are born in a Fauji background, in a Fauji family. So very, very disciplined in my lifestyle and, approach towards life. So yeah, I've had a great childhood, a great, I feel, now that I'm married into a business family, I see the contrast between, the kind of upbringing I've had and the upbringing I see in a lot of business families. It's very contradictory. And so I have my own challenges because on a certain way that I've been brought up, you
Yes.
know. So yeah, I've had a great time as a young girl. And then
Amazing.
it
So how was your journey of motherhood? Was it easy or did it have its own set
uh,
of challenges?
it wasn't difficult. Initially, it wasn't difficult. I feel now, by and by, life is getting tougher with, that as the children are growing. My
Okay.
first 3 years into motherhood was a sale. Uh,
Yeah.
I had I had two helps, and I told them, okay, we between the three of us, I had the twins. I enjoyed every bit of it. The night duty was mine, early morning duty was my helps, and with the babies. So it was great. It wasn't, I tell you what, I think when a woman becomes a lady becomes a girl becomes a mother, you have to be mentally prepared. If
Agree.
you it's not a glamour thing. Oh, I'm pregnant and I'm going to be a mom, and it's a full time, it's a lifelong project. So if you're mentally prepared to go on to this journey of motherhood, you'll sail through it. So it's
And
very,
especially for that initial period of two,
yes.
3 years, because you feel that, okay, this is going to be your life for now.
Yes, and
Yes,
as a woman, if you're a working woman, your work doesn't stop. If you're a house, you're a homemaker, that doesn't stop. You
yes,
just have an additional duty, which again comes onto your shoulders as a mother. So unless and until you are, and people say, "Oh, we sacrifice so much," and all. It's not. You shouldn't use the word sacrifice. I feel
it's a choice.
it's your choice,
Yes,
and if you do it happily, believe
absolutely.
me, it'll be fun.
Because it's a burden on the kids if you're saying it's
Yes,
sacrifice.
not only burden on the kids, I feel the whole family. And the
Yeah.
people around you also will feel it. Oh my God, she's all the time
Why
grumpy.
should you feel it?
she's
Yes.
grumpy and she's
It's
losing
a
her
choice
cool.
you made. You should be happy about it.
Choice you made. So I would recommend to young girls, young ladies who are getting married and they want to have children, please be mentally prepared. It's a lifelong project and it's not an easy project. You know, you're going to have your lows and your highs, but be prepared for them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Superb. So any special initial phases, anything different that you experienced? I mean, as opposed to people who have one kid or who have just a girl or a boy, there are, I'm sure, very many pros and cons to this, right?
I always see it as a pro. Having twins is
Hmm.
brilliant.
Hmm.
I'm done with everything in one go. You know,
No,
I,
of course.
I was having my kids in the same class, dealing with the same teachers, everything in, we they are great company to each other. And when we travel, they don't. I mean, I remember once my daughter, I think she said, "Mom, I'm getting bored." So, I said, Kyra, if you're getting bored, that means you're not a good company to yourself. And you have two of you together. That word should never be in your dictionary. So
Yes.
amuse yourself. So, I mean, that is what it is all about having twins. They bond, they fight, of course. But growing up together it's a great time for them.
Yeah,
I'm
I feel
blessed to
their
have
bond
twins.
must
I'm
be
very
truly
happy.
special as well.
Sorry?
Their bond must be truly special as well.
Yes, I hope. I mean, right now they're at that age when,
Yeah,
yeah, you know how it is.
yeah. On
But
the
yeah,
outside, it won't look like
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Absolutely.
But
So, may I ask, what has been your biggest struggle so far as a parent?
yeah. So I have a girl and a boy, and they were fraternal twins. They don't look alike, and they are both very, very different in their personalities. I always there's a joke in the family that I say that my son is like my husband and my daughter is like me, and and my so it's a different challenges. Girls, I think they mature faster,
Yes.
and boys take their own sweet time. And now I have twins. I have a girl and a boy of the same age.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult sometimes to balance between them as a parent, because you have a girl who's a little mature and she knows what she's doing. And though they're 12, both of them, they're not very, very old, but they are 12 going on 16. And, you know, and for a son who is, he's all over the place, he monkeys around. So it becomes very challenging all the time. You have to, sometimes I feel I'm two steps ahead of them, but then they make you realize that you're five steps behind them. And then you start, working at it and talking to them. I think open conversation is very important with the children in today's time. Very important.
Absolutely. And you're able to create that space for them.
I
And
have, I have, because honestly speaking, I didn't. When we were growing up as kids, from the Fauji background and everything, in the armed forces, our parents were very strict and very disciplined, and we didn't have that kind of a open. Maybe because we didn't have that kind of exposure that children have in today's time. So unlimited things that come across their eyes and ears. So you have to kind of, young children at 9 and 10, they come and my kids were came and asked me what is a gay and what is a lesbian. I think when I got to know that when I was in college, in
yeah.
our times. So how much information to give them and how much to restrict is a challenge.
Yeah, all the time.
All
And
the
this
time, it's a
conversation
challenge.
I keep having with many people. And
Yeah.
I believe that better it comes from us rather
Yes.
than any,
I,
non-credible source.
Absolutely. So I don't shove any questions under the carpet. I age appropriate answers I
Yeah.
give them,
Mm.
what they can understand and how much they can understand. But I never shove a question under the carpet. Honestly, answer it to them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect way to go about it.
Yeah.
So, what has been your lowest point where you felt that, okay, अब यहाँ से कैसे करें? There are moments that
Yes.
happens that,
Uh,
okay,
in,
you're tested as a mother.
yeah. So in fact, this happened very recently. And my son is in grade 8. Both my children are grade 8. And We have been talking about substance users in the at home, like cigarettes, smoking, drinking, how it is harmful and everything. And he's a sports kid. He plays cricket. He's into sports, big time sports. So for me, it's very important that we talk about these issues about diet and not having these kind of things. But what happened was recently in school, he was caught vaping, and some kids were doing in the class, and they were all. I mean, I don't blame them. It's their age to experiment, and I was very upset. Yes, it was the lowest low of my motherhood till now, because I thought I had explained things to him, and I thought he understood it, and but the children have this thing of surprising you, and that was tough to deal with.
Absolutely.
So he was suspended from school. The school did its bit. That is what the school is supposed to do.
Yeah.
But it was a challenge for me how to react to, and how to go about and explaining it to him all over again.
So I know for a fact, non-relevant, but I just want to add that I know that there were other kids and he ended up covering for everybody. He didn't take anybody's name.
Yes.
So that reflects, a little bit reflection that the kind of kid he is.
Yeah, when the school asked him who were involved, he refused to name them. I came back home with him and I made him sit down.
Took responsibility.
Yeah, for about 2 minutes, we sat down together. We didn't speak. Then I told him, I said, you know what, Sunny boy, you need to tell me who are involved and where you got it from. So he told me, he says, Mom, I can't name because it's a girl and her parents will be called to school. So I had inside I was laughing. I said, well, that's chivalry for you.
Exactly.
As a young 12-year-old.
That's how they surprise you.
Yes. So, but then I had to go around telling him that, as a parent, if I'm concerned about your health, we need, the parent of that child also to know, because, it has to come out. The parents need to know what I was glad that my son was caught, honestly speaking, because they would do it in school and we wouldn't know.
Like a reality check.
Yes, it's a reality check, and I told her, I said, I'm glad.
And you were able to start a conversation around it and make somebody aware as well.
Exactly. Now I'm going to be aware.
People were in denial also, no?
Yeah.
Regarding their kids.
So I feel, what, I was under the impression, okay, I've had a word with him. I've sat down with my children, told them, okay, smoking is bad, vaping is bad, drinking is bad, drugs are bad. And okay, end of conversation. My children have understood, not realizing that 12-year-olds, they're going to have all kinds of friends and they're inquisitive. The curiosity sometimes get the better of them and they will experiment.
Correct.
So the sooner we get to know they're experimenting, I think the better it is. So I was pretty glad that he was in fact suspended from school. I told him, I said, you know what, everything has a consequence. He was very upset. I need to go to school. He loves his school. I want to go. I said, you know what, face the consequences, darling. So, I feel these kind of setbacks also, it's a reflection for the child.
Absolutely.
We keep talking about every choices you make has consequences, but when they actually make a wrong choice and they face the consequences of it, is great.
So true. So how did you deal with it? What are the actions you took after that?
Okay, so initially we were just, I did have a very, I showed him that I was upset. And I told him that, we need to take a time out. I don't want to have a conversation with you for some time. Make him understand that his mother was upset. I feel, I don't think he even realized that when he was doing it, that my mother or my father or anybody in the family would know or they would get upset about it. So, but then of course, the consequences were take away their privileges. Straight and simple. You like playing cricket, you will not go play cricket. You have a phone, I'm sorry, your phone is out. These are the small steps that I took, because that is what, it was an immediate thing that he realized that, okay, he doesn't have a phone on him, he can't go play cricket, he's grounded. And That's it. I told him, now sit and reflect on what you did and what do you think you need to do after this. So the first thing he told me after some time was, Mom, I like to write an apology letter to my school headmistress and to my class
Oh,
and to the class teacher who caught him. I said,
okay.
"Sir," and it was his own initiative. I said, very good. Please write a letter. He wrote, sent the letter through his sister to the school. So I felt that was a good thing that he because in that letter he wrote that I'm sorry I let my parents down and I'm sorry I let you as my teachers down, you know. So I'm hoping now that he doesn't make that kind of a mistake. But I'll be a fool as a mother who thinks they're going to be perfect and not they're not going to make mistakes. They will. They will.
Yes. And we are there to navigate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. So, were you able to also connect with him at another level to make him, yes, he did have his reflections, but did you have any more conversations around it to,
Yes, and it's not only with him, it's with my daughter as well. Both of them. We keep, and it's not like this episode has happened and then we don't talk about it anymore. Or, okay, I've punished you, or, you've gone through a reflective period and then we don't talk about it anymore. No. I keep bringing up these conversations again and again. I keep telling him, how upset we as parents were. He has to understand that every choice that he makes, good or bad, is not the consequences he will, of course, have to bear, but he has a family behind him who will also have to go through it with him. So I feel at this younger age, yes, but they need to understand responsibility.
correct?
So that is what my agenda has been, that understand responsibility.
So how has the outcome been for him? Like, of course, at school with his friends, has things changed for him as
you know
well?
in,
On both sides.
yeah, initially when he didn't name his friends, I in fact had I told him, I said, you're not naming the children who were involved. Do you think when you go back to school they're going to give you a standing ovation? Oh, here comes the hero, you know uh, he didn't
Yeah.
name us and stuff like that. He says, Mom, no, yeah, I don't think that. But if I talk, I will not talk. I don't want to be called a snitch. So it's as simple. So children in today's time are so protect. Neeti, you'll be surprised that none of the kids of their class went back home and spoke to their parents that this is what happened in our class today. One child was caught with. Nobody went and told their parents.
Okay.
So you
Wow.
understand the camaraderie that these children have amongst each other. So what can parents who have no idea what is happening in the school, know?
Yes.
Uh,
So uh, again, I'd like to mention that since everybody was aware, but only when you brought this up, I asked my kid as well. And
yeah,
then she was like, I mean, oh yeah, it happens all the time in the school. I was like,
yeah.
okay, you knew, you never. And I was like, not that she's a part of it, but still, she was very much aware. Like,
Yes.
you're right. They are all so together in this,
Yes. So
even
that's what I'm
covering
saying.
up for each
I
other.
was glad he was caught, because then I took it upon myself, though as you know, I wrote on our group of our parents group that I wrote about my experience, what has happened in school, what is happening in school, is because just to make all the mothers and fathers
Others
who are
aware.
aware, okay, what is happening in school, because our children don't come and tell us.
They don't. And that was a reality check for everybody. Yeah.
Yes, that was a reality for everybody, you know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I know you've taken steps to make sure that certain things are not repeated, but are there like any non-negotiables in your life that, as a mother,
Oh yes.
it could be to keep yourself sane as well and to be there for your kids? Any non-negotiables that just it has to happen?
Non-negotiable is disrespect.
Hmm.
I Respect is very important. That's one lesson that I want to inculcate in my children, respecting not only, and especially boys. I feel, as a mother of a boy, I feel the responsibilities on mother is much more than for a mother of a daughter.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I have to keep telling my son, you have to show your respect to your mother, show your respect to your sister, show your respect to the helps in the house, and then only you will learn how to respect women outside. So respect is non-negotiable in my house, wherever, for both my children, girl and my boy, both of them. And this I wish it was discipline. Not happening. Not happening. But yeah, I think, and also gratitude. The two,
Amazing.
yeah, gratitude is very important. I feel as I as a parent will feel that I've achieved my medal of honor is if my children grow up with these two things.
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
In fact, there's three. Third is also very important in today's time is not feeling entitled. You know, the feeling of entitlement. Don't feel entitled. I keep telling them you
Yeah,
have to earn
on it.
your bit. So
Makes sense. Yeah.
respect, no, not feeling entitled, and gratitude. Three
Gratitude.
things. Yes.
Amazing. So when you were saying about respect and individually also, and since you have a boy and a girl, I'm sure you have different conversations with them. Like, of course, the boy has to be trained accordingly, being respectful to women, and the girl has to be kind of nurtured in a way that she knows her worth and she's not accepting things because girls' mindset is very different.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yes, that I'm sure you would be addressing them differently
I
based.
do. I do because I feel again for my daughter, I feel she has to see a lot. She will, daughters will grow up looking at their mothers,
Yes.
and they will see how strong the mother is, how much would she command respect, how much she would, what are her boundaries with anybody.
Yes, exactly.
And I feel I'm very very conscious about where I take a stand, how I deal in with things in life, in respect to my parents, my in-laws, my family, my friends. And I think my children, both of them, they see that how much you need to bond with your family, you need to bond with your friends and people around you, and also the respect that you show to your health at home. Very very important. The
Yes,
children
I
imbibe
agree.
what they see in their environment.
Yes, leading
And
by example. I think you couldn't
example,
put it in a
yes,
better way. Yeah.
and especially for daughters I feel, and as because they would what they look up to their mothers. Yeah, fathers, they're there to spoil them, they're the little darlings and they can get their fathers around the little finger. But I think as a woman, if as a mother you set examples, this is your boundary and this is how you have to grow up.
Yes.
They'll do well. With
Yes.
sons it's a different ball game altogether. Of course, they see how the fathers treat their mothers, and that is one thing again in my family that is very, very. When they were born, we've had these conversations that if we ever disagree on something, we never discuss it in front of them. We will never cut each other because that's not how the children have to. They don't have to see that. But with sons, there's a different conversation about boundaries, respect, the meaning of no.
Yes.
You know, um,
Absolutely.
yeah, and that's a conversation, it's an ongoing conversation.
Yes. So the girl grows up watching the boundaries that her mother has created
Yes.
and how much she allows in her life.
Yes.
And the boy is observing how she's being treated
Yes.
so that he knows it's not okay to treat someone that way.
Yes.
So different, but also aligned.
Yes. And then you have to be two steps ahead.
I know. Always being so conscious of what example you're setting.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work.
amazing. So, thank you for sharing all this. I know it's not easy, but it's going to help so many who kind of shy away from having these conversations or, with like their kids and with others also. Thank
Yes.
you for normalizing so many things for us, so for
Most
so
welcome.
many mothers. I would ask you if there was one message, one key message that you want to leave us with to empower parents, what would that be?
I feel as mothers, our strength lies not in preventing every fall, but in helping our children with wisdom and courage, and also parenting lies in teaching accountability.
Yes.
You know, give them love, give them, but teach them accountability.
Accountability.
Yes, we need to face it. We need to face our challenges with them. That is
And
very important, I feel. Yeah.
when something is done, they should be able to navigate that conflict
Yes.
as well and take
Yes.
action.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Uh, I had a great time and I learned a lot from you.
Wow.
And I probably hope to have another session with you too. Thank you for sharing all that wisdom, Reet. It was a
Most
pleasure
welcome.
having you.
Thank you so much for having me over. Thank you.